The reason that I'm running for re-election is I learned something very powerful as I stood barricaded in the Capitol in January of 2021 and saw the havoc that was being wreaked by somebody who could not admit that he lost an election. I stood there and I realized that there's a battle going on in the world, not just in the United States, but in the world, between people who will stand up for others and stand up together and those who want to tear us down and tear us apart. Never in my life has the tear down energy been as powerful. And again, not just in the US, you can see this around the world. There's a battle going on between those who will stand up and stand together and those who will tear us down and tear us apart. Now, we've worked together to do all kinds of things in Virginia. I think of Bobby Scott and his long political career in Kenny's. What we've seen is a Commonwealth that has been getting more focused on education, a Commonwealth that has been getting more socially welcoming, more economically dynamic. And we're seeing this happen, a Commonwealth that's gotten more politically progressive compared to when I moved here in 1984. There's nothing we're doing we can't do better. In fact, there's things that we're doing that we need to do a lot better, but we'll get there if we keep standing up. And I know that we will. I know that we will. But we are up against a teardown energy. We lived through a presidency of the most skilled and significant teardown artist ever in the history of this country. You know that I'm talking about President Trump, who will be the Republican nominee for president, tearing down basic values. His first action as president was the Muslim travel ban, tearing down important virtues that we like to teach our kids: honesty, kindness, respect for others, respect for the truth, tearing down alliances like NATO, tearing down rights that we've counted on for decades, like the right of people to make their own reproductive health care decisions, even tearing down our democracy itself by motivating that attack on January 6th. And so that is the moment that we're in. We've got a president and vice president in Joe and Kamala who have done yeoman's work. We've recovered from COVID faster than any nation on this planet. Unemployment is down. Manufacturing jobs are up. The uninsured rate in this country is the lowest it's ever been in our history. 401ks are up. This is a team that's about standing up and doing for others, but we're matched up against a team that's about tearing it down. I'm sure everyone in this room knows we need a ceasefire and we need hostages released. We need humanitarian aid into Gaza. No one is satisfied with the situation now. And we got to keep looking, even though it's tough, we have to. I've been out all week, and this has happened sometimes. And notice when it happens in Democratic events, we let it happen. We don't encourage people to go after the protesters. And I acknowledge the protesters, they never protest the other speakers, which is a sign of respect. That's a good thing. They wait for me. I volunteered for the job. If they got something they want to say, right? I respect that they wait until I'm up on the stage. But in this battle between standing up or tearing down, in the battle between standing up and tearing down, I am optimistic about our success. Not just because my mom told me I had to be. I'm optimistic about our success because for 30 years I've been listening to Virginians in homes, churches, schools, businesses, neighborhoods, grocery stores, and on the soccer field. And I think I know something about Virginians. And what I know is that Virginians aren't tear down people. Virginians are not tear down people. Virginians are not negative, bitter, name-calling complainers. In tough times, maybe even especially in tough times, Virginians are stand-up people. that Virginians are roll up your sleeves, can-do optimists who are going to try to do their best, and when the progress doesn't happen as quickly or as thoroughly as we like, then we wake up tomorrow with the same attitude about standing up and trying to be optimistic. We are stand-up people. We are stand-up people. And so it's great to be with you today, and I tell you that the tear-down voices can be loud. You know, President Trump, it's always all in caps, right? Sometimes the tear-down is all in caps. But the stand-up people are the ones that have this. We have this. I know you, and here's what I know. You are standing up for an economy that works for the many, not just for the few. You are standing up. You are standing up for health care for all. My most memorable moment in political life of 30 years was standing on the floor of the United States Senate at 2 a.m. in August of 2017. President Trump's goal of repealing Obamacare and kicking 30 million people off health insurance. He got it through the House. It's going to be voted on in the Senate. It's about to come up. We saved the Affordable Care Act by one vote. Sometimes all it takes is one person willing to stand up. Sometimes that's all it takes. I know you will stand up for reproductive rights and voting rights and workers' rights. I know you will stand up for a dignified retirement and not let people screw around with Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. I know you will stand up for battling climate change and funding important environmental priorities. I know you'll stand up for alliances. I know you'll stand up for democracy itself as this nation gets ready to celebrate our 250th birthday. I know we will win if we just stand up. Are you ready to stand up? Let's stand up. 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 Thank you very much, Norfolk.